Yeah, we're live now.
Oh, we're live. Are we filming?
Yeah. What do you mean filming?
Every time.
Yeah, we're filming. Are we filming? Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that light, that light is ruining my life.
Is it
It
ruining your
really
life?
is.
Why?
Because I have a vicious migraine.
Well, what if I put it down here?
That's completely fine. Actually, that's completely fine.
How's that?
That's
That's terrifying.
okay.
All
You
right.
should do the entire show like this every week.
In the mask or with the light like that?
No, in the mask.
Oh, well, then they
I
can't hear
mean,
me.
with the light. Yeah, you are kind of muffled.
Yeah, well, duh, and I think that would actually upset the viewers quite a bit. And by that, I mean no one would care.
Yeah, maybe.
No one ever
should ask their
cares.
opinion.
We've got 5 viewers right now, and it's not even on.
Comments.
And it's going to start playing it back because I wasn't ready for this.
I was not prepared. My body is not
I was
ready.
listening to Poor Unfortunate Souls. I don't even know which panel it's even open under. That's the worst part. This has got to be it. There we go.
Bruh, are you even here, bruh?
Bruh, and then Warble Garble, which is Nameless Hobo. So we'll go ahead and give the first shout outs. We are going live in 15 minutes, obviously, but we're live now. But the show starts in 15 minutes. Officially. So right now we're on the clock. Tick, tick, tick. We're getting paid.
Your pasta hit's throwing me off.
Because you're supposed to be seeing us? Okay, well, hold on. Is that going to help you? Because that's... Holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, actually, you look pretty majestic.
I'm going to be doing the show like this from now on. Well, not... I've got good and bad news. I don't know if I should wait.
The show's getting canceled.
Actually, the show...
The network is giving us the kibosh.
Well, actually, on the show is getting canceled on Sloth and Money.
Is it?
Because we're moving the Sloth on Saturday nights to a brand new YouTube, which I'll be putting the link exactly. We decided
I was not informed.
We decided that we decided that's best for me to branch off onto my own and monetize my own YouTube.
Slack ass bitch who never shows up.
Whoa,
he texted me like 2 hours ago.
Why?
Asking me about these apartments.
Oh, which ones? The shitty ones or the good ones? Look at that face.
That's pretty.
What if you woke?
Fantastic. You should film promos like this.
I need to show you the promo that I cut as Bray Wyatt, and then I played.
Yeah.
You know you're right.
What?
Then I played You Know You're Right. Yeah.
All right.
Dude, it's so much better with the intro that I was like playing. All right, here's the intro, and we went down to 1 viewer because people saw what we're doing.
We're back up to 2.
Yeah, who cares? Once again, everybody knows it starts at midnight. The new intro was going to be, because you know how it used to start off, and it was going to be like, I'm going to be, hold on. I will be your chaperone, eschewing you from the darkness away into the light of something. Like, I was going to bullshit and just I could slowly come towards the camera. But see, the thing is, the gimmick is that the ignorance is with the light is where the ignorance is, and I'm gonna show you the truth in the darkness. Exactly, exactly, and that's why I like the song where we're all one dark flame. Yeah. No, everybody's just like, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this for 15 minutes before the show starts.
15 minutes of these asshats.
I love these asshats. I am these asshats. We asshats now. Oh, everyone dropped the fuck out. Why? How are there 3 people watching when we weren't even on the air? And as soon as we hit the air, boop. No,
we're like, oh, these guys.
Oh, it's these guys.
Oh no,
instead.
I thought it was the other Sloth show. I was waiting for Sloth to do adorable things, not these bastards. I wanted furry. What are they? Mammals? Are they mammals?
Yeah, they're mammals. No, they're marsupials. No,
I mean, fuck, fine now. They're sloths. Hey, we got another viewer.
They're craptillions.
Craptillions.
Vengentillions.
It's like human race. The shadows on the ceiling are.
Wow. Okay.
I'm dying over here.
Are you dying over here, or am I?
Pretty much.
Are you?
Pretty much.
Where'd I put the mask?
The way I described it for our viewers, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys this. The way I described it earlier and the way it legitimately feels is my brain is about to burst and ooze out of my eye sockets. That's how bad this migraine is.
Well, that's bad news. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Our lives are bad news.
Everyone's lives are bad news, theoretically, but I mean, except for these guys who actually tuned in to watch the show, maybe. I need to get my waters over there, and I think I'm going to go lock the fence back. Oh, but the good news is because.
But if you lock the fence back, then how am I supposed to leave? Because I'm leaving before the show's over. I'm not gonna make it.
I won't lock it.
Oh Lord. Oh, 5 viewers. Hi, internet. I'm just gonna panic and not say anything. Well, I hope this is sufficiently awkward for you guys now.
Why are you making noise?
I was talking to the internet.
Okay. Why are you talking to the internet, son? Mom, stop yelling! I'm talking to the internet. But I mean, that's the good news. I'll be able to once we move in there, I'll be able to do this show inside.
Yeah.
And I won't be creeped the fuck out at all times. But I think that gives a certain edginess.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
What are we, the 90s? Next week is gonna be the extreme edition.
With an X.
Exactly.
And a Z. And 2 Y's.
Because why not?
Are people really here?
Yeah.
My God! I can't find a guitar pick. I don't know that I can play the theme song.
So he's gonna play it with his dick.
You can't say that on the internet.
I thought dick was the only thing you could say on the internet.
I have to make sure I remember it. Also, I don't know if can we do it? Should we do it? There's like apps and shit on here. That's not what I want. Where's it at? That's not what I want. There's like apps where I can make it look like there's an island behind us.
Why would we want that?
Why wouldn't we?
This is gonna be the island edition of the show.
Oh, we island now? On a tropical
save
island.
that for a couple of weeks from now, and we'll do like a Caribbean-themed episode with Caribbean mythology.
I already did that kind of. Last week's show, I don't know if you made it to that point. They're called
I didn't stay.
They're called Goombas or something like that, and the Loop Guru was part of it. Yeah.
I was gonna tell you you'd have to do a ukulele intro.
I mean, actually that's cool because did I tell you the story?
Which one?
This girl started talking to me today. I didn't know she was like into paranormal stuff at work, and she plays ukulele and sings. Synchronicity, folks. But synchronicity doesn't
I'm not
really.
entirely sure that is, but all right.
Well, because she was like, well, we can get together and jam sometime. We can record music.
Or we can not.
I would. Dick is about the least offensive thing you could say on the internet.
That's what I thought.
And I don't know what your name is. I think it's Lee or it's I. It better be Lee. That's all I know. Dicks.
And now for our next.
now for our next number, this song's about dicks.
We're gonna talk about cocks. Communication.
Dicks. Cocks. Meat sticks.
Oh, cool kids do these days.
What?
Coke.
Yeah, actually. Well, you guys are sitting around waiting for the show to start. We're at 8:53, which is not really the time because, like I was explaining to my compatriot here that I don't know if you can actually see him or not. I said we have 7 people. Oh my God, what's going on? No. I set my computer 3 hours behind, so when I do these grandmaster plans, they always show up just too late. That's why there's always
I thought it was to hide from the government after the show 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's why I haven't turned on my computer since.
Oh, good. I wonder what I look like with the light still on me. It better be terrifying.
It's actually not. It's because my laptop's broken.
Yeah, I bet.
We can tell you, we can give you tips for how to lucid dream. A lot of suggestions. As far as astral projection goes, that
I actually listened to a couple radio episodes of Coast to Coast back in the day, not the newer ones. Well, I did listen to George Norrie episodes too, but I will have information regarding it. I've never personally astrally projected, but I have had tons of lucid dreams, and I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah, so we can help you with the lucid dreaming, but I'm not sure that we can actually help you with astral projection. I do know all week long I have been doing research on binaural beats, and I know you wouldn't partake in it because you won't listen to static ever. I have no problem listening to static, so I will give you all the information that I have about trying to astral project, but the lucid dreaming we can definitely give you tips and hints. Do I just tell them like the number one right now? The number one thing that I always lucid dream after eating, because I'm pretty sure we both know exactly what I'm about to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nah, we're gonna hold it for the show. What? What?
You teased him so hard. Should I tell? No, I'm gonna wait. We'll tell you in 42 minutes.
All right. Well, no, you only got 4 minutes. You got all right. Crimson money. Is it moneyful? Crimson moneyful, moneyful. Or if okay, whatever.
I don't know. I'm not gonna...
Pepperoncinis from Papa John's. We swear to it. I swear to it. He swears to it.
Swear to it. I'm not a fan of peppers, so.
Oh, I love peppers, but we'll cover that on the show gladly. How many different stories you have of astral projection with
the astral projection.
I mean, if it's like 2 or 3, that's fine. I'm not sure that this show can make it on its full hour long legs tonight. But I'm gonna try my best to make it last.
I got.
Where's my water?
We're probably.
Also, Nameless. I'm sorry if it felt like I was ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you, Nameless. I'm not mad at you.
He's furious.
I'm furious.
Why would you be mad at him?
As I said, I'm not. Yeah.
Well, I'm confused. That's what I get for barely showing up last week.
Well, you did. I don't know. You barely. Awesome. I dream all the time. See, that's actually we'll cover it on the show with basic dreaming stuff. A lot of the things that I came across is if you don't dream, it's harder for you to astrally project or have lucid dreams. And maybe I should work on saying astrally project so I don't fuck it up while I'm talking on the show. But no, if you don't dream, it's harder for you to astrally project or lucid dream. And there's certain parts of your brain that are active during lucid dreaming and stuff like that aren't that actually have to do with your cognition in real life.
I haven't done too much research into the science.
Oh, I got that shit covered. That's why I asked you to just find stories. I always get the science and everything. Where's my book at?
I went for stories of the astral projection and bilocation.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you can see.
And some tips for lucid dreaming is what I think. So that was going to be my contribution.
All right, here's the information I'm working with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not writing all that down.
6, 7, 8,
so apparently
9.
We're actually pretty prepared
10.
for this show, as opposed to.
I've got about 9 pages worth.
Normally, how we handle these things.
Yeah.
Which is.
I know. I've stepped up and gotten more serious about doing it because I like entertaining people.
I have not stepped up.
Well, it's okay. It's not your show. You're just a guest, so I mean, I don't blame you.
So, I mean, if I wanted to whip my dick out, I'm pretty sure
you could, but I mean, it would get me taken right the fuck off, and I would lose all my sponsors.
No, I've seen way worse on YouTube. We have sponsors?
Yeah, you didn't know that? No. Oh, yeah. I got to mention them at the top of the hour every hour.
Brad, do you buy Zaxby's?
It's definitely not Zaxby's.
Oh, I didn't mean financially, Brad. I mean that's what's in my belly right now is Zaxby's, and that's how I was able to have the energy to come here.
Well, we're looking at what, 1 more minute.
Starting?
1 more minute until showtime. This is outstanding. Thank you, Nameless. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you, Ilililili. Thank you, Pathasayer. I don't even know how to say that. And Amelia Pond, Astra de Luna. I don't know if all of you are still here, but if you are,
6. So
well, we did hit 7 before the show even started. That's the most terrifying part. I've also got some news that we're going to cover from this week. There's things going on. I wish I could have researched them more, but I've got a lot of things going on in my life right now. Things are coming up Millhouse for a change, and
Better not.
they are
I
actually.
fucking hate it when things.
And it's midnight, folks, and you know what that means.
Showtime. I feel like I have like a manga.
That's right, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Sloth on Saturday Nights, live broadcast on YouTube and recording. I'm here again with my faithful compatriot. Did we choose Deacon?
Yeah,
Deacon Kane?
Even though money keeps going with Roman.
Well, I mean, I like Roman, but, you know, we're going to put the guitar over there. Hopefully it doesn't get smashed. And this is where we start the live recording for people who listen to it back.
Oh, we're doing that now.
Yeah, I'm actually doing that. That's why there's two microphones here.
There's so many microphones.
Hopefully it's not turning on, which means it's not dead. For some reason, it has no SD card in it. Whatever. Well, fuck it. We're doing it live. We'll just have to go ahead and rip the audio off or something.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. As you can tell from the title and every promotion that I've been putting out all week long on YouTube.
This episode is all about mongooses.
It's all about mongooses. I'm a sloth, and we are deathly afraid of mongooses. No, it's about astral projection, lucid dreaming, binaural beats, all the research that I've done all week long. Hopefully I can convey to you tips, tricks, secrets, anything like that to help you along your spiritual journey to the astral plane or just having good old-fashioned fun dreams. I want to start with astral projection, lucid, maybe. I don't know which one I'm going to start with. Maybe binaural beats, because that's the one that's not the most serious. But we do have some news that I've had coming up recently in my personal life. I'll give you updates what's going on with Sloth and Money's email and some paranormal kind of related news. The good news. I'll start off with the good news first.
When we start with good news.
Well, I mean, there's no bad news. That's the good news. Actually, there is bad news.
But I like bad news.
Well, that's good news for people who like bad news. See, this is why I like doing it with somebody else, because there's banter.
Bad news for people who like good news about bad news?
That's good news for people who like good news about bad news. But if it's good news, then that's bad news. Anyways.
Well, I'm confused.
We're all confused. I feel like you're just you're so lucid right now, and it's perfect because we're doing lucid dreaming. In my personal life, we're actually going to be renting a house shortly. And which means I won't have to cancel. We're not us. Me, my beautiful, awesome fiance, and one of her friends. So which means I won't have to cancel the show over the wintertime this year because I won't have a place to do it. I'll have a place to do it. It'll be warm, cozy, and skinwalkers won't come out to rip my feet off and eat my bones.
That's gay. I'm not showing up for that.
Oh well, I mean, you know, I guess it would be better for viewers. I'm loving this. It's going so good. Like,
is it?
I'm loving it. He made it for tonight's show. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool
story, hobo.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I said, yeah. But like I said, we're gonna be having a house, so we don't have to cancel the show over the wintertime, which would kill my constituents. What's the other good news we have going on here? Obviously, as you can tell, we have 7 people watching. But as I told everybody, I'm no longer looking at that because we're gonna be recording this to go.
I don't even know if I'm showing up. I keep trying to motion to the camera and stuff. I don't even know if I'm even.
Yeah, you're visible.
Am I?
Yeah, you're visible. All right. Yeah.
Well, that's all right. I'm trying to wink at the camera. And,
Well, I'll move it a little bit this way. How about that? Well, anyways.
Put it back.
It's whatever.
I'm scared.
I'm afraid of change.
I want to go home.
Let's see. Oh no, the YouTube is going to be switching. This is going to be. This is tough for me with a heavy heart, and I regret to inform everyone, this will be the final episode of Sloth on Saturday Nights on the Sloth and Money YouTube, because we will be switching to Sloth on Saturday Night. You can find them at with them. I guess it's just me.
I guess it's just you.
Yeah, I think it's just fine. Well, them as in the episodes. You can find the episodes at www.youtube.com/Sloth on Saturday Night. No S. Sloth on Saturday Night. www.youtube.com/sloth on Saturday night. I will put the link up multiple times throughout the show in the comments section.
Multiple, he means 71.
71 times, hopefully. I think it's
less than
I think it's gonna be 7 or so.
I'm gonna be sad or something.
More good news about the growing YouTube sensation that is Sloth, and by sensation I mean we're all laughing at ourselves under our bated breath. Obama's not black. Is that a conspiracy? Dog Balls won. I don't know who that is.
He seems like a pretty legitimate fella. Let's
hey, it's ex-Tina, which means that is my is that my sister-in-law? Is that how this works? In a couple of years, she'll be when we get married. I don't know how relations work. You're my cousin, right? It's just
sure.
All right. Well,
fourth cousin 3 times removed.
No, actually, we are growing, and I've actually been getting some very sketchy and skeptical emails. I've gotten within the last week several emails from 2 individuals. Several emails from 2 individuals who are claiming to be werewolves. Now, I would love to feature on air that I have a very intense and intuitive interview with a intelligent individual who is a werewolf. However, because I am a very skeptical person, and the fact that I'm pretty sure that they're both role-playing, I'm not sure. However, I can't look at it because I'm still going on my tangent. But
I'm not sure what's happening in the comments.
The question in the comments was, Nameless Hobo, one of my biggest fans, and I'm going to say probably my biggest fan, says, "I'm black inside. Why does my skin color have to dictate my race?"
We're getting off topic here.
That's a debate for another show. Well, see, here's the thing. We gotta screw around for 10 minutes to make sure. We are bro and sis after this long. Oh yeah, I guess we are bro and sis or something like that. That's kind of weird because I'm marrying her sister, so it's some kind of like weird West Virginia thing going on. And trust me, I know because my mother is from Logan, West Virginia. But no, we've been. Yeah, she's from. I know Logan. You know, like Wolverine, and maybe that's why when my hair does the square thing when it grows out.
I have an asshole uncle named Logan.
Really?
Yeah.
Is his last name Paulson, and is he a shitty lineman?
No.
Oh.
I wish. That'd be way better.
Well, I bet they are for. I didn't want to say that. Crimson. I didn't want to say that, but they might be. One of the guys claims to be from Louisiana.
Oh, the werewolves guy.
Yeah,
I already forgot what we were talking about. I can't focus on anything.
It's okay. He's here. He's got stories. He's got a terrible migraine.
Hey, they happen.
But it happens. One guy claims to be from what is it? Louisiana or something like that. And then he said he wants to move to Europe. Butt pirates change on. Yeah.
The werewolves.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're not talking about actual pirates.
I know.
Together, Sloth.
I can maybe pull up some of the conversations that we had if at the end of the show if we have time allotted at the end.
Do we have a time slot?
Time slot is usually.
We gotta get off the air before.
And we gotta get in bed by 9. Is usually.
Pastor O'Reilly starts at 1 a.m.
Yes.
There we go.
I love Pastor O'Reilly. That family tree has a knothole instead of a branch. Love you, Nameless. You are awesome. I wish I was a werewolf.
Oh boy.
I won't leave my room. I don't know, because if I were a werewolf, I would just. I don't know. I'd love to live in the woods.
You know how many people I would maul?
Yeah. Would you maul them or their genitals? Because I mean.
No, probably not the genitals. I don't. That's too much.
I love how this show is just so bantery tonight. It's so much better than last week. Last week's show was fun and all. Don't get me wrong, but I like the banter.
I was trying to banter, but I had just started my channel.
So
that I could actually participate in the comments, and they were shutting me down because they're like, "Whoa, you've commented too much. You've commented twice in the last 10 minutes. That's too much. You need to settle down over there."
You got a rebel right here.
Talkative over here. You need to just.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing? I'm gonna take a drink of my water right in the microphone. I hope they heard it all.
Oh,
and I didn't even get any water. That's the worst part. Right in my beard. Some of the news that's been going on this week, apparently, and this goes into the news that I covered last week as well. Russia apparently has been launching what artillery into Ukraine, and like I said last week, apparently there's a river in the Ukraine called the quote-unquote River of Life, and
Did you mention that last week? Because I
mentioned it last week and probably the week before. Yeah, it was last week when you were. But they have the River of Life that runs through Ukraine, and Apparently, shutting it off will cause World War III and the damnation of all of our souls into hell.
Whoa,
But
wait, what? Hold on, back up. Where?
what?
What?
What? You heard me.
No.
Well,
I definitely missed that part of it.
well, you missed that part of health class.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently shutting off the river will cause like some sort of like blockage in our souls and our ability to communicate and commune with the astral plane or something.
So help me, if souls start getting clogged up, and this costs me money.
It's not going to cost you money. Having a soul is free, but you know, you got to pay eternally if you don't treat it right.
I'm not talking about mine. Mine is intact.
Oh, okay.
That's stupid.
Well, I mean,
I'm saying if they're
you're here on this show and you're
other goods.
you're here on the show and you're telling them you're not stupid.
I'm not stupid. I'm mentally. Look, I got problems.
All right. I don't know if you guys can hear the crickets, but I feel like
They're very loud.
their amplifiers are on 11. If I was a werewolf, I'd go change into a wolf in Times Square. I don't think that's how it works.
For the lulz.
For tails.
They definitely say the lulz.
Tails.
Get out.
Tails.
Just wait outside.
Laylos.
All right, let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
All right,
but,
so River of Life, apparently.
Yeah, if you shut it off,
Russia's gonna
blow it up.
They're gonna blow it up.
They're gonna blow it up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're gonna blow up the river. In this river, all things fade to black. More news. I think it's a strain of Ebola. A scientist, a top Ebola scientist, has caught his own Ebola because he would mishandle it, and he now.
I texted you about that guy who died from it, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't remember where it was.
Somebody did.
If you hang tight, we'll jump back to the Ebola thing. Because I texted him the other day about this guy who died of Ebola like just a few days ago.
That's terrifying. Who wants to die from Ebola?
The news. I'm gonna look and see if I can find it.
Sell your soul and make profit. See, I hate this. Why does my phone keep?
No.
Oh, it's Losh. It's Losh. It's the guy I work with. He was calling me. It'd be funny if it were like him on the air. Birchwood, sell your soul and make profit. Last week they also shot down a passenger. Yeah. That actually.
I don't know how paranormal that is.
No, it's not. But it's the start of World War III. Apparently, it's whatever it's called.
I'm also gonna jump in on Ilii.
Yeah.
If I'm saying that right, I might not be.
That's funny as hell.
What? About the Antichrist?
World War III is caused by a river. I think we just found the Antichrist. The Antichrist is a river.
Yeah, I get it now. I might be retarded. I was gonna jump in and say something like about the whole.
No, go ahead. It's funny.
No, because I was gonna be all serious and be like, bro, seriously, no, that's not how that's gonna work. But I get it now. It's funny. I'm just.
Hemorrhagic fever. Eagles winning. Dude, these guys are on fire. These guys are on fire tonight. I'm loving this show.
You guys, as viewers,
you guys are. Once again, I will find a way to give you
just
prizes.
Hand. Just clap into the air or something.
Just
no
one hand. Yeah, just one hand.
Yeah,
throw your hand in the air and clap yourself.
I'm still trying to figure out where.
It looked like I was trying to tell somebody to give me a head. Like that's.
All right.
Another story that we actually covered a couple weeks ago. The giant sinkhole in Siberia is finally being investigated, and we'll get some answers as to what it actually is very soon.
Right.
My personal feeling is that it's a sinkhole caused by a salt mine, but I could be wrong. Not to mention the dozens of people in Africa who died in the recent Ebola outbreak. I did not know there was an outbreak of Ebola.
Oh,
really?
Well, all right.
Well, I guess I got to watch my butt.
All right. Well.
Go ahead, humor us.
No, I was gonna say we should probably research this Ebola thing more so because
my water bottle is broken. It's not even working anymore. This is awful. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's odd.
All right, I finally figured out my water bottle. You don't drink it like a regular water bottle. You gotta suck it. Jesus, this is the gayest thing I've done on air yet. All right, I think is there anything else I need to cover? I mean, that's 15 minutes, and I feel like we wasted their time, so we should get to the actual meat.
I think we're gonna actually jump to the stuff. I'm pretty sure the Ebola thing that I texted him about the other day was in Africa. I just didn't know it was a whole outbreak.
Which is pretty fucking frightening, because Ebola is one of the diseases that I don't want to catch.
Yeah, it's pretty lethal. I mean, if you catch it, you can shut it right down. Actually, it was on the 22nd at 7:08 p.m. I texted him and said a man in China died from the bubonic plague today.
Ah, The bubonic plague. That's what it was. It's a tunnel to hell. Praise Jeebus. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look into this Ebola thing.
Yeah, look into it tomorrow. But one of the
paranormal enough.
I got like a couple seconds before we actually hit 12:15, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say this real quick. One of the Ebola instances, there's only been like 5 in the United States ever, and they've all happened because of labs or whatever. It actually happened here in Virginia. One of them was at a lab, and a guy caught it from a monkey. Best things in life, you have to suck, is what she said. I guess the bills are the best things in life then. So we're gonna go ahead and get on with the actual meat and potatoes information of the show, and we're gonna cover astral projection first.
I thought we were gonna do binaural beats.
Fine. You want to do binaural beats?
Actually, no. Let's do the astral projection, and then we'll segue into binaural beats.
And then lucid dreaming, because
that'll be the small section, and then go into full-blown lucid dreaming.
Look, see, this is why I keep you around. This is why I keep you around.
Is that because you're contractually obligated to?
I don't want to talk about that. So astral projection is a get out of here. Astral projection is an interpretation of an out-of-body experience. It focuses on the viewpoint of that we have an astral body. I wish you had a bubble pipe. You're ruining everything. You're killing me here.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting so much. We're getting back on track.
All right. I'm just going to restart.
This is why I'm just a guest host.
Astral projection is interpretation of an out-of-body experience. It focuses on the viewpoint that we have an astral body, either within, separate from, or connected to our actual physical body. During astral projection, our astral body will leave our physical body. This phenomenon is actually occurs throughout the world in multiple religions, which we will have stories on and we'll cover later when I get done with my spiel here. It actually can somewhat account for a belief in the afterlife in some of these religions. Some believe that perhaps it's our consciousness ascending rather than our soul. One should know, however, that astral projection is often associated with sleep in its early stages. However, in my research, I found this to actually be false. It is easier to astral project actually project in the early hours of the morning after you wake up. Maybe you fall asleep for a couple hours because your brain waves at that time, I don't want to say they're delta waves because it seems wrong, but the brain waves you have going on at that certain time are much more conducive to lucid dreaming and actually projecting and getting out of your body and becoming one with the astral plane. That was actually.
I'll hop in right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Say that makes sense because most of the times that I've lucid dreamed,
you'd wake up and then go back to sleep.
I've woken up and it's been like early morning.
Ah, okay.
Like, I don't get to go back to sleep afterwards.
Yeah.
Like wake up and I'm like, I should probably wake up.
Apparently, yeah, it has something to do with the waves. When we get to the lucid dreaming part, I have the notes on it, and I'll have the actual terminology for you on that one. Let's see. To achieve one of the stages of sleep during early morning, because the brain waves emitted during that time are more conducive for allowing astral travel. While astral projection should not be confused with interstellar travel, it is possible to travel throughout the universe utilizing the capabilities of astral projection. And that's one of the things, if you go to YouTube and look up the Monroe Institute, or you can even go to Google and just type in Monroe astral projection. One of the guys who made astral projection very well-known or mainstream in the United States was a guy with the last name Monroe. His first name's escaping me, and I look like a boob on live whatever. But he brought it. I think it was in maybe the late 70s, early 80s. He talked about in his experience with his astral projection experience. He was laying in bed one night, and well, let's back up even further. For a couple weeks leading up to the first astral projection incident that he was involved with,
Robert Monroe,
that's the man. Robert Monroe was feeling vibrations inside of his body, and he felt a little off. He kept going to the doctor and getting checked out, and they're like, it's just your nerves. You just need to relax, calm down. And no matter if you try to relax or calm down, get plenty of rest, drink a lot of water, plenty of fluids.
All right, Josh, get out of here.
He just kept getting these like weird vibrations inside of him, and we're gonna address the vibrations in a bit too. he would lay down at night trying to sleep, and he would have these weird vibrations. And one night, he finally started falling asleep, and he was drifting off, and he felt something bumping into his shoulder, and he was like, what's bumping into my shoulder? I didn't fall asleep on the floor. And he realizes that his chandelier from the floor beneath him was actually poking into his shoulder, and he had actually astrally projected beneath his body. And then when he realized, I want to get back to my body, he did the thing with the silver cord that just sucks you right back into your body. And he astrally projected for the first time like that. A lot of stories have this in commonplace, that people are frightened or they just don't know what's going on when they astrally project for the first time, because they could be a child at the time, or they could be a teenager, or you could be an older person even. It doesn't matter. Your first experience of astral projection can happen at any point in your life, from what I've seen. But they get very frightened that they're outside of their body, they don't recognize what's occurring, and they will snap right back into their body. And one of the fun things I've learned about this, your astral body apparently can kind of look whatever you want it to look like, because it's whatever you picture yourself looking like. So I would look like myself. But if somebody else thought they're super hot or something, they might actually look super hot when they actually project, even though they're really a 800-pound person who washes themselves with a rag on a stick. And not to be me.
That escalated quickly.
Well, I mean, it's one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons, so... but yeah, apparently, whatever you perceive yourself as looking as, you look like that when you actually project.
Kind of makes sense.
Let's see. Okay, there have been several stories of folks who actually travel that say they have been all throughout the world of ours and far, far beyond, and that even includes Mr. Robert Monroe, who was also originally from Virginia. There's a lot of stuff that goes on here in Virginia that a lot of people don't know about. We had Edgar Casey, Robert Monroe.
Do you ever think maybe that's why Langley and the CIA are based here?
Get out of here. Of course that's why. I mean,
I just had to put it out there real quick.
Of course, because we live in like one of the highest security areas for like several things, and we're right near the Capitol too. But I don't think the Capitol has anything to do with anything. But
I don't think it does. I think it just happened to.
But Robert Monroe said he's traveled several times from Virginia all the way over to Los Angeles, or even China and Canada, South America.
Why would he go to Canada?
Just 'cause there's moose out there. Mice.
They are vicious animals.
Mosies? There's mosies out there. Elephants.
Meese.
Okay. There's a flock of elephants.
A flock of olifants.
Boobs are nice, is what he said. As long as you aren't swapping body fluids with a Western African, you should be okay. well, God damn it.
That was we were talking about.
I know. You can't. I mean, you can't do that during astral.
You read them backwards, and it's like, whoa.
Beach Boys, sure. Boobs are nice. Don't swap fluids. That escalated quickly. No. But he said apparently traveling this world gets boring. You don't say. You don't say. I would leave this planet. Fuck this gay Earth. But yes.
Birchwood says Virginia's a weird place. It is.
Birchwood, I've lived in Virginia my entire life, and I've traveled up and down the East Coast because I've been as far as seeing the 90-mile buoy at Florida, all the way up to Boston. And
never been to Florida.
Really? I went there as a kid, and Disney Worldland, whatever the hell it is, was awesome. I also went to go see NASA, and I got a toy rocket ship. Yeah, dead air.
Oh. Kind of glad I've never been to Florida.
Yeah, it sucks. There's gators, though. I saw a 11-foot gator.
Not bad.
Yeah. Initially, far back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was a fable that there were only 7 cities or planes beyond ours that you could travel to through astral projection. However, as people began to awaken their minds to their inner power, this was debunked, and they have said that they can travel anywhere they wish to. It's even said that people who actually project can even create cities. See, here we go. We're going to go and get into that in just a little bit. Dog balls. People are even creating places that they can actually project to is a fable. Now, once again, we're going to get into this. I got to give you the disclaimer. I'm a skeptic on everything that we talk about on the show. So that is what that is. But I love exploring the possibilities of the human mind and the fact that we have so much power in this world that we could have destroyed the planet by now. But somehow, luckily, we haven't. But we also have the power to save the planet, and somehow we haven't. But maybe there is something far, far beyond what we do. Astral projection could have a type of relation with its religion. We're going to get into that. I think it's right on the next page. Because even
that's actually what
the Hopi Indians.
That may actually be the first story I had. But that's what all of mine are less so astral projection.
Yeah.
I've got stories of bilocation, which is pretty much the same thing. Most of them are borderline.
Bilocation is creepy.
They're all related to religious instances, religious people, religious things. So.
Are they related to Catholicism or any of them?
Catholicism was what I was coming up with.
See, the one that I actually, I don't know if it was last week that I did the show or the one before. Rome wasn't built in an egg. You're right.
Did you say it in an egg?
Yes.
I
no.
Imagine it was not.
There was a story I don't know if it was last week once again. That it was because it was the doppelganger episode that sucked ass.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, 2 weeks ago. There was a sect of Catholics who found a group of Indians who were practicing Catholicism.
The Germano Indians.
Yeah, exactly.
That was actually the first story I
had. There you go.
You already told the story?
I kind of told the story.
Okay,
you have more in-depth
more
information.
Detailed version.
Exactly.
Courtesy of, should I go into the story, or do you have more details?
Let me go ahead and try and get to
this. You got some more details, and then I'm going to credit the source.
Yeah.
Because I've been using the internet.
Astral projection isn't just for the few; it's for the many.
We'll get to the shamanism. Hold that thought, Hobo.
Awesome.
I do want to jump back on that.
Exactly. Thank you, Nameless. See, this is why I love when I write stuff down, because I write how I think sometimes when I'm doing this. Ranging from the amazing, super awesome Art Bell to Mr. Monroe of the Monroe Institute, to a caller from the military in barracks of an early episode of Dreamland from Art Bell's show. Anyone is said to be able to actually project. Does this prove that we have souls? Maybe, maybe not. But let's dig a little bit deeper. In some cultures, these trances are induced sometimes by ingestion of the use of hallucinogenic or hypnotic drugs. And that'll go back to the shamanism that we'll get to in a few moments. Although several, and I wrote that in capitalized, pseudo-scientific reports have been made over the years in support of individuals accessing the use of astral projection to make observations of the testing area in which they're being tested. Like someone will put a slip of paper on a shelf and they'll write numbers and letters on it, and someone will say, hey, tell us what the numbers and letters are, and they get it spot on. Perfect. On occasion, and by on occasion I mean every time that they were tested in a scientific facility, they failed, and they failed consistently. However, it isn't exactly the most comfortable position to be in when you're all hooked up to monitors and beeping machines, and that makes astral projection ... very difficult. That was explained to me by one of the, well, it wasn't explained to me directly, but it was explained on the air on one of the radio shows I listened to leading up to this. The guy said, you just cannot astral project because you have to be comfortable, and that's part of, actually, astral projection is recuperating while we sleep every night. This is one of the theories of why we sleep, because our astral body has to return to the astral plane so it can get recharged. And do I believe that's true? Absolutely not, because your body needs physical sleep when you're lifting heavy stuff all day and things like that. But it's a good thought. It's a nice, heartwarming thought that our astral body has to ascend to something higher and awesome to recharge its copper top batteries.
That's all I got.
Yeah. I think a close connection with shamanic religions. Rome wasn't built on an egg. Nothing has changed. They're all listening to me, and I thank you very much, Mr. Roboto. Let's see. The range of religions that either practice or spoke about this phenomena are all across the board. And when I say all across the board, we're talking Asia, South America, Europe, Middle East, all across the board. From the less known Golden Dawn religion to Christianity, Golden Dawn likes to focus on astral projection. I'll do a special on them someday because they do some weird shit.
We should do that.
It seems to be a
I'll be out
reoccurring
of town
theme.
that week.
You'll be out of town that week?
Yeah.
It seems to be a reoccurring theme amongst all belief sects that you can actually project. In the final chapter of the book of Ecclesiastes, I'm pretty sure I said it wrong, but it's one of the chapters in the Bible, or the Bible, if you will. It is alluded that is a silver cord attached to us, and there is a silver cord that's either very thin or non-existent, or even sometimes you can actually see a very thick hose-like cord that attaches your body so you can't get lost, but the cord is severed upon death. So your astral body returns to the astral plane. And the excerpt is, before the silver cord is loose, the golden bowl be broken, the pitcher be shattered, and the wheel be broken. This says something about death about that. And once again, the silver cord being loosed. And I'm actually right here on my very last page about astral projection.
All right.
So this works out perfectly.
Cover that, and then talk about shamanism.
And here we go. This is it right here. This is the religions. So I can cover the ones that I came up with. We'll talk about the shamanism if you have anything on that. I assume you do.
Not too much.
I mean, as long as you have something to contribute, that's all we ask about on this show. This is why I love having co-hosts, because the banter. But I mean, I've still got the information. If you didn't make it, it wouldn't be as good. But
Wow.
in Islamic mysticism, it is believed that Muhammad was, and I can see you just getting upset somewhat already.
I'm not even.
In Islamic mysticism, it is believed that Muhammad was transported to Jerusalem and toward the seven heavens, although his body remained where it was. In ancient Egypt, it is said the astral body would hover above the real body in the Ka, or the vital essence surrounding a person. Apparently, this is also spoken of in modern mysticism, or what's the word I'm thinking of? You know what I'm thinking of. Whatever. You all know what I'm thinking of. The people who think that the pyramids and shit will make them healthy and wearing copper around their, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. The word is escaping me. But apparently there is a bubble around us that is life essence and energy. Yeah. Life essence and energy that the astral body will float around in. Even the Inuit Indians or Native Americans, they're not, whatever you want to call them. Kabbalah.
I think that was
Kabbalah. I don't. It kind of is. There's an actual word though. I'll come up with it in 2 weeks and be like, "Ha! That's what it was when you guys were watching."
It's a religion.
Yeah. But in the Inuit religion, a person could leave into the astral plane and come back with vital information for hunting animals, curing sickness, all kinds of things like that. And this actually will lead us into the shamanism mysticism, because one of my favorite figures that I will love to do a show on one day, because we have his library right in our backyard, just I think about 40 miles away from us or so. Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce was just an average man who had the ability as a child to lay his head down on a book and he could just absorb the information from the book. And while it sounds like a hunk of BS, it was actually proven true on several occasions. And as an adult, when he grew up, he was able to go into the astral plane. He could put himself into these trances, and he could ascend to a higher plane, and he would find cures for diseases. He actually was behind one of the first instances of someone using screws to help fix a bone. He helped cure his son's. His son actually suffered second-degree burns on his leg, and they didn't have the money to go to a doctor because they were a very poor family in Kentucky. And he actually helped his son regain most of the function of his leg after that, as he grew up. He was even able to play basketball in high school because he recovered enough. Because usually, if you get second and third degree burns, is what the story was on it, you ain't recovering from that. But no, Edgar Cayce would ascend into the astral plane. Obviously, it put a toll on his body, and this is maybe one of the things why we have to do it when we're asleep. It took a toll on his body to do it when he was awake, so much so that it cost him to have a brain aneurysm, and he could no longer do psychic readings after that day when he had his aneurysm. So maybe it has to do with the fact that you have to be asleep because you need the rest to return to the astral plane and into the aether. what did you have any information on like shamanism regarding
The
astral projection?
shamanisms, the only thing I really had was that they are really into, I don't know that they would call it astral projection so much, but sort of a spirit, some sort of spiritual thing where they're, the shaman stays in one place. Essentially, they astrally project. It just, I don't know that that's the terminology they would use for it. But as far as shamanism goes, they're really heavy into that. Um, Boy, I wish I could think of more of the terms. I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah, he's
Down on me.
right now he's got the poo brain because he's got a terrible headache. Regarding Crimson's question about the silver cord, Birchwood answered the large intestine comes through the belly button. It actually there's several different accounts, which is what makes astral projection sketchy. It can connect to your head, like through your forehead, or it can connect to the chakra that is right here in your belly, or your very basal chakra, which is actually, like Crimson said, near your wiener. I can't wait to listen to me say wiener back on the air like that, all bated breathed, and Jesus Christ, it's hot and you're wearing a hoodie.
I'm a little warm because I'm wearing the hoodie. If I was not, I'd be pretty cold.
I
Go ahead
have
and
I
jump
have
into
yeah
some of the bilocation stories.
yeah go ahead do the bilocation, that'd be
We
great.
touched on. This is actually from paranormal.about.com.
That is actually one of the sites I love to plug because when I go to tell stories live on the air and be creepy, I go to paranormal.about.com and I read personal accounts of ghost stories. Hit us with your information, buddy.
And this is courtesy of Stephen Wagner. We touched on them earlier, the Germano Indians, and this was in 1622 when Father Alonso de Benavides was assigned to the Isolita mission in what is now New Mexico. And he encountered these Indians who, although they seemed to have never even met a French or Spanish person, they carried crosses, they knew Roman Catholic rituals, they had altars, and they knew Catholic liturgy.
Liturgy. Yeah.
All in their native tongue. He wrote to the Pope and King Philip of Spain to find out who had been there before him, obviously working to convert the Indians since, they're Catholic. The response from both of them was that no one had been sent previously, but the Indians told him that they had been instructed in Christianity by a beautiful young lady in blue who came among them for many years and taught them this new religion in their own language. She told them that white-skinned people would soon arrive in their land, and the Indians said, "She came down from the heights to us. She taught us the new religion. She stayed among us for a time. She told us you would come and to make you welcome, and then she went away. That's all we know." So who was this mysterious lady in blue? Father Benavides knew that the nuns of the Poor Clara order wore blue habits and thought there might be a clue there. And he found a painting of one of the nuns and showed it to the Germanos and asked if that was the woman. And the Indians told him that the dress was right, but it wasn't the woman. The woman in the painting was rather portly. The lady in blue was young and beautiful, according to them. Well, when he returned to Spain, he was determined to solve the mystery. Because the Poor Clare nuns, they were a very cloistered order. From the day they took their vows until their deaths, the nuns never left their convents, much less traveled to distant lands on missions. And his investigation led him to Sister Mary of Jesus in Agreda, Spain, who claimed to have converted North American Indians without leaving her convent. She was now 29 and Mother Superior of the convent, and she told him that she had visited the Indians not in body but in spirit. Sister Mary said she regularly fell into a cataleptic trance, after which she recalled dreams in which she was carried to a strange and wild land where she taught the gospel. As proof of her claim, she was able to provide highly detailed descriptions of the Germano Indians, including their appearance, clothing, and customs, none of which she could have learned through research since they were fairly recently discovered by the Europeans. And how did she learn their language? "I didn't," she replied. "I simply spoke to them, and God let us understand one another."
That's pretty awesome.
And she's also said to have appeared to Mexican Indians who said they've been visited by, quote, a very beautiful woman who used to come down from the heights dressed in blue garments. That's actually, like, the big one for me. That's pretty crazy, if you ask me.
Does that have
I
to
mean,
do?
we're talking 1622. It's not like, she got a letter back from, somebody who was over there, and, oh, okay, well, I know all about him. This was talking, any sort of travel would have taken an extended period of time.
Months,
Months.
years even, actually, via ship.
Exactly. The
And then
same
they have to
length of
find
time
these
it would
people.
have taken for him to get back from meeting them the first time is how long it would have taken anybody to even write a letter back to her. So it's that one's pretty crazy.
The
My phone's crapping out on me.
her actually looking like a beautiful woman in blue would actually tie into the astral projection that your astral body would look like how you think you look or how you feel.
Right.
That's another selling point on it.
Felix,
it's fine. Just do what you do. Is it because it's like dying, or is it just?
No, it's got 46 battery life.
Oh well, then
I don't know what the problem is.
Felix Haas says that it's connected to your solar plexus, and that once again, I've just heard varying reports as to where the silver cord actually connects to you at. It can connect through your back, through the back of your head, and once again, it's one of those tough things that it's tough to research it because you can't get a guaranteed like an actual factual look at it because it's not a tangible thing and it's just eyewitness accounts or personal accounts of these things happening.
Sure.
So once again, that's with all paranormal subjects, Bigfoot, UFOs, anything like that, Men in Black.
I got.
They're gonna come get us.
If they don't, then it just means that we're completely wrong on everything we've been talking about, and they're just so not worried.
Well, that's also part of it that we could have just been getting information from disinfo agents.
Possible.
Very possible.
I got 3 more short anecdotes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not really anecdotes because they're not funny, but in 1227, Saint Anthony of Padua, I might be saying that wrong, a Portuguese Franciscan friar, was in Limoges, France, on Holy Thursday, giving a sermon. Well, during the sermon, he remembered that he was obliged to be chanting prayers with his fellow friars in their chapel across town. Realizing this, he stopped his sermon, knelt on the spot, pulled his hood over his head, and became quite still. At that moment, Friar Anthony appeared in the chapel and chanted the prayers as required. When they were done, he simultaneously withdrew from the chapel and raised his head at the church and continued with his sermon. That one I think is a little
yeah.
Just because, I mean, it's 1227. It's very easy that, do we know it was actually at that moment, or did he just tell people, oh, it's right now, I'm supposed to be doing it? So, hold that thought, and then, it was actually 2 hours later that he was actually in the church chanting those prayers. So that one I'm a little on. We have in 1774, Saint Alphonsus Ligori was bishop of Saint Agata dei Gatti when he experienced his bilocation. While in his palace near Naples, the bishop fell into a trance and at once appeared at the Vatican in Rome, in the bedchamber of Pope Clement XIV, who was dying. The bishop assisted those attending the pontiff and prayed with those present. He remained until the pope died, then awoke back in his palace, able to describe what he had just experienced. That one, relatively legit. Again, the same thing is kind of there. We don't know exactly the time, but he's far enough away that seems relatively legit to me.
Seems legit, especially if he has the exact information.
Right.
Exactly,
And then in 1905, Sir Gilbert Parker, a member of the British Parliament, was attending a debate in the House of Commons. During the debate, he noted that Sir Frederick Carnrash was also present, sitting in his usual spot. Yet this was impossible since Sir Frederick was quite ill with the flu and, according to members of his household, remained in bed throughout the day. That one, relatively likely to me.
Yeah.
I could see if, he's laid up in bed all day, he's sick, he's sleeping through most of it while he could have astrally projected. So maybe
Yeah.
the fact that it's only the one member of parliament and not several of them kind
Yeah.
of makes me go, well, did he really, or
Is the other guy just making this shit
I
up?
don't know. The most legitimate one to me was that first one with the Indians, because
Yeah.
that to me is just
That one is proof.
mind-boggling that she would have the details of. Now, if it was just, they were like, oh yeah, it was this woman in blue, and she was like, oh yeah, totally me.
Yeah.
But the fact that she has the details in a day and age when it'd never been seen before, never been found before, there's very little chance of any sort of details coming out about them and getting to her. That one seems boggling to me that she has that information. It seems pretty legitimate.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in today's
that was
day and
pretty
age,
crazy.
the mass transfer
Yeah,
of information is
if
easy.
we were talking,
I mean, we have people watching us right now. It's easy to get any kind of information at any time.
sure.
However, back in what was it? It was the
1622
No,
was
not
when he encountered them.
absolutely not. We're gonna go into the topic of binaural beats, and we actually ate up 30 minutes doing that, and that's a lot. I was only trying to do 20 minutes per that segment, but we'll just go ahead and just rapid fire right through this real quick. As I've told you guys earlier in the show, I have been studying binaural beats this week, and if you want to know legitimately proof positive how I feel about them, they have a placebo effect. If you go in thinking that binaural beats are going to work for you, then binaural beats are going to work for you. But they're not going to work to the level that they're marketed to you as, like, oh, if you listen to this one before you go to bed, you're going to feel like you're stoned out of your mind on marijuana, bro. No, what's going to happen is you might get a little bit more tired, and you're going to feel a little bit loopy, but it's mainly because you got static and like a going on in your head. But all week long, I actually listened to binaural beats as I was falling asleep, and the several different ones that I had were one was to induce lucid dreaming, one was to induce deep sleep, and one was to help me astrally project. Obviously, I covered earlier that I said I've never astrally projected, so that binaural beat didn't work. The one, however, that it was supposed to induce lucid dreaming did work. And it's probably, once again, because I told myself that it was going to work. With the astral projection one, I was like, there's no way this thing's going to work. So I think it really is just a mind over matter thing with these. It is fairly possible, because a lot of things in life are mind over matter. Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm going to move this 500-pound bar, and then somebody's like, no, you can't. And you're like, yes, I can. But if you didn't, you never thought you could do it. But and the deep sleep one, I slept so good that night. I've had a really bad sleep pattern for the last 2 weeks or so, and it's probably the gins coming for me. But no, it actually, I slept 10 hours that night when I listened to that one, and I have believe full force in them. I will find I think it's soundsquares.com or something like that. I'll put it up towards the end of the show, where I'll say it again and confirm that for you. But the lucid dreaming one actually had me lucid dream. I don't remember what the lucid dream was about, though. I didn't write it down when I woke up. Usually that's one of the qualifications of a lucid dream, is that people remember them when they wake up. But here's the little information that I gathered on binaural beats, just what they are. Chip Chop will get this done with so we can go on to lucid dreaming. This phenomena is a byproduct of auditory processing artifacts caused by specific physical stimuli. What that means is your ears are hearing one thing on one side and hearing something different on the other. These waves, tones, sounds, etc. are said to induce a state of astral projection, lucid dreaming, or meditation. It is caused by a difference in tones in separate sides of like if you're wearing headphones, of your ears, of 30 hertz or less. So say you have 100 on one side and you have 110 hertz on the other. You're going to hear the wave just warbling back and forth. And that's where I stopped. It said that different waves, and then I stopped writing. But this, actually, because I stopped writing down what I was reading and I started thinking, and I never wrote it down. Because everything around us is waves, energy can matter can either be particles or waves. Sound waves, light waves, all these different things are waves, including the way that we perceive these things that are going to make us lucid dream and actually project. Everything is waves, including the energy that we are, the energy within us and us. We're apparently even waves because we're matter. Um, but that's why I think binaural beats actually work, because. And do I think they work to the extent they're marketed at? No, but they do work to a certain extent, because everything around us is waves. That was it. That was all I have on binaural beats. We're gonna go ahead and go back to lucid dreaming, which let's do a drum roll for it, because
like an introduction for it.
I think I have an introduction for it or something like that. I have several pages on this. I don't know why. I love lucid dreaming because it's one of the greatest things ever in the history of the planet, because holy shit, I love nothing more than controlling my dreams. One time I was a tentacle monster. Jesus Lord, it was awesome. And that's where I'm going to stop it, because you guys know where it's going to go, because you know where the anime goes from there. Exactly. He's doing a thing over there, but you shouldn't. That's not for.
Probably couldn't see it.
That's only for.
More than family friendly.
I'll just give you the quick definition. A lucid dream.
To the rest of the show, very family friendly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. We're actually up to 9 viewers again, so if I can just get one more viewer, it'll tip. I
was hoping we'd hit 9 sooner, and then I was gonna text Sarah and be like, you better get on YouTube right now. Come on, woman.
It's all right. No worries. Like I said, I'm not looking at the viewer count as a progressive thing anymore as to my success. Quick definition: a lucid dream, by definition, is any dream in which one knows that they are dreaming, and they more or less, that's really about it. I could continue going, but I'm just going to stop it there so we don't get things confused. And it says here in one of my notes, point out that Aristotle saying things within dreams point themselves out that you're in a dream. And Aristotle is a brilliant man for saying this. If you look at your hands during a dream, you will notice that your hands are different than in real life. If you look at a mirror, apparently your reflection will be different than what is in person. If you look at a book, close it, and then you open it again, the text will change, and you will know that you're in a dream. Also, if you look and see what time it is, the time will either be inaudible is not the word because it's not a sound, but you can't tell what time it is. Or if you look at it, it'll say one time, and then you look at it way, and then you look back, it's a different time. So one way to get into the lucid dreaming is to check for things inside of your dreams while you're dreaming to activate the lucid dreaming. Because once you realize that you're in a dream, you can start beginning to get control of your dream. And we're going to get into this by lucid dreaming. They did a study not too long ago that lucid dreaming will help patients with chronic nightmares, because once they gain control of their dreams. Exactly, you're making your face, I know.
I'm making the face, because we'll get to that.
Yeah. The term lucid dreaming was coined by a Dutch psychiatrist. He was also a writer, Frederik van Eden. In a lucid dream, I mean, his name is Eden, so... Yeah. In a lucid dream, the dreamer is able to actively manipulate substance within the dream and have some degree of control over their participation within the dream. Generally, lucid dreams are highly realistic and vivid, which can be attributed to the active parietal lobe, I think it's parietal lobes. They make lucid dreaming a conscious process. Parietal lobes are responsible for spatial reasoning. Like, say, here's the best way for me to explain spatial reasoning to you. I'm holding a vase right now, and I throw the vase across the room, and it hits the floor and breaks. Someone who has low spatial reasoning just takes that for what it is. Someone with great spatial reasoning...
So we got to pause real quick to point out that we've got 10 viewers right now.
I hit the print screen button. We're going to...
Thanks, everybody, and back to the story.
Oh, it brings a tear to my eye almost.
Better not.
Anyway, so someone with great spatial reasoning... When I say I'm going to throw a vase across the room and it's going to hit the floor and break, someone sees in their mind the actual shattering of the glass and everything going in different directions. And that's why in these lucid dreams, if you have great spatial reasoning, it's easier for you to have lucid dreaming, which is why I think both of us actually have the ability to lucid dream, because we come up with all these stories with all these different characters and things like that, and it's easy for us to have spatial reasoning like, Where's this story going to go? How are things going to exist? Stuff like that. Let's see, where are we at here? It is shown there are higher amounts of beta 1 frequency band waves. This is the one that I was looking for, beta. That's why I said delta seemed wrong. Beta wave frequency, once again, more waves are responsible for lucid dreaming because they're actually active in your parietal lobes during this time. And basically, I put here at the bottom, all this means that your parietal lobes are firing off. Skeptics suggest that it's not a state of sleep, but a state of brief wakefulness. And this goes back to waking up in the early morning hours, where you wake up and you're like, oh man, I'm so tired, I'm asleep. And that's usually when you have your times where you have your lucid dreams where people actually project. I think my pages might be sticking together. They are. Others point out that the only way to prove lucid dreams actually exist is through asking the dreamer, which isn't a very scientific way to go about doing things. It's like saying, well, it's 81 degrees, but with the heat index, it feels like 95. Well, what the hell does 95 feel like? That's not scientific. That's just an estimation. That's an approximation of what it feels like. There's nothing scientific about something feels like. That's not
science.
That's quantitative, not. Well, no, that's qualitative.
Science,
yeah, that's qualitative, not quantitative data. There are 7 different. Okay, what did I just say? There are 7. There are 7 different requirements for a dream to be lucid. Awareness of the dream state, awareness of the capacity to make decisions, awareness of the memory functions, awareness of identity, awareness of dream environment, awareness of meaning of the dream, and awareness of concentration and focus. And basically, I think you need to have all 7 of those to begin a lucid dream. But in my mind, I really don't think you need to have all 7 of those to realize that you're lucid dreaming. There are 2 ways in which a lucid dream can be initiated. It can be initiated by a dream-initiated lucid dream or a DILD. I love that, a DILD, which starts as a normal dream, but the dreamer concludes that they are in fact in a dream and gain control of said dream. A wake-induced lucid dream, or a wild, occurs when a dreamer goes from a normal waking state directly into a dream state with no lapse in consciousness. So that's kind of like, once again, you wake up in the early morning, oh man, look at I'm awake, and then right back to sleep. And you then, which I don't know if it's happened to you, and I know it might have. When you wake up from a nightmare and you can't go back to sleep immediately, because if you go back to sleep immediately,
you slip right back into the dream.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh man, this werewolf or whatever is about to maul my face off. I can't go back to sleep right now, because if I do, I'm about to get my face mauled off. And I hate that so much, because I just want to keep sleeping, and I'm so tired when this happens. And maybe that has to do with having to return to the astral plane to recharge your batteries. Something's trying to get in the way of you letting you do that. Once again, I don't believe that, but it's just a thought to put out there for some of you who actually do believe in that mysticism. The wake-induced lucid dream occurs when the sleeper enters REM sleep with unbroken self-awareness directly from the waking state. Are you all right? Sounds like you're dying over there. You're yawning?
No, that was yawn.
Oh, you're yawning because I'm awful. I knew it!
No.
Ow!
I opened this morning. I never open on Saturdays.
Dude, I went in at 8. We're going to take a brief drink here. Because we've been going strong for about an hour. Well, I've been going strong. This guy did for maybe about 15 minutes. Thank God my voice needs the rest. Well, I'm just saying, I'm glad you came, because my voice is going to be done by tomorrow. It is believed that sufferers of nightmares could benefit greatly from the ability to determine the real from the dream. A study was initiated in 2006 and concluded that lucid dreaming therapy helped reduce nightmares in their frequency and what's the word I'm looking for here?
Intensity?
Intensity. Thank you. Bam boom. If he weren't here, this would have been a shitty show because he didn't say intensity. There were a group.
Integrity and intelligence.
Yes. Doop 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 doop. All right.
You suck. Go on.
There are a group of about 40 individuals who were taught I'm just going to read it again because I'm laughing as I read this because you can't. I don't understand how you can be taught this. There are a group of about 40 different individuals who were taught dream mastery, and their lives were actually racked by nightmares. By the end of the course, their overall quality of life had improved, as well as less frequent nightmares. The mastery of lucid dreaming helped reduce it also. Let me just, I've garbled my sentence here because I write so fast. The mastery of lucid dreaming actually helps you reduce depression, self-harm, and other problems in your waking life, actually. Because apparently it helps you rest more, and you're not going to fight with your loved ones, and you're not going to stab someone in the face at the family reunion because they ate the last of the casserole.
What kind of casserole was it? I mean, we're talking like a green bean
Macaroni.
casserole?
Macaroni and green bean.
Don't care for macaroni casserole, so
Well,
they can have the last of it.
Well, you're a better man than I.
That reminds me of an amusing anecdote from work the other week, but I'll tell you that one tomorrow. Just later.
The perception of time in Dream. Jesus, there's so much. I'm glad these guys are sticking with us. What?
I said, good Lord, why did you write so much?
Because I'd rather be overprepared than underprepared and look like a boob on the internet. Well, I mean, you know.
I think we can all agree here that we're all fans.
Of boobs.
I meant giant metal fans.
Oh.
Like oscillating.
I'm a giant metal fan. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Memes everywhere.
I'm starting to lose my grip on.
He is losing grip on reality. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the page real quick and make sure we still have people commenting. I don't think they are, but see, bamboo.
Oh, wait,
see, look at that. It stopped for a while.
Hold on. We're gonna take a moment to try to catch up on the comments because we haven't been getting any of them.
Why are these guys? All right, we muted it. See, this is weird. Sorry, guys. What happened was it wasn't updating what you were typing out to us. Let's see. We got Birchwood. Adam Schmidt said Beats by Dre. Listen to the Chronic before. Is it just static? Sounds horrible.
That's just a good rule of thumb, though.
You want me to turn on my other computer? It was probably him turning on his other computer to get me 10. Ash Protection sounds like a repeated stories like the Bible. It's beat into the head until it's a belief. My theory is 1, the Bible, 2, the woman in blue. Hold on. What happened? I'm behind the power curve because the little man was fussy. Okay. Apparently, I guess they had they have a child or something.
I assumed he just had a small human being that was fussy.
Could you imagine? What are you doing watching this shitty show? Oy vey! He's probably a Jew too. Sorry.
You can't say Jew on the internet. The Illuminati will come for it.
The Jalluminati, the Jalopinati. They're gonna show up in shitty cars. I'm aware I'm dreaming and it's extremely vivid, but I can't control it. Does that count? Marianne, actually,
you're on the verge there.
You have to take.
That's the most important, in my opinion, the most important step to being able to lucid dream is you've got to be able to register in your mind that you are dreaming. Once you go from there, it's easy to go from realizing you're dreaming. You just have to get your brain to then register, okay, I'm dreaming. That means I can control what's happening here. That means I can change what's happening here. You just got to push a little further, and you'll be there.
Let's see, Nameless said it. That's racist.
Yeah.
I don't all the time, and they are always strange and scary, but they only stay with me for a few hours. I can't remember them by the end of the day. And also they said normally they're nightmares, and I'm demanding myself to wake up. So I know you've got some you've got long, extensive stories about that.
Yeah.
If
we
you
were
want
talking about this the other day, actually. It's very possible I have PTSD.
Really? I mean, actually,
yeah.
You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure you don't want to relive your story, so.
No, I mean, I'm not going to tell the whole story. The short version of the story is I have a dent in the back of my head, and I'm pretty sure that's part of why I get so many migraines. And I've had even more intense nightmares since that occurrence. That was, 4 years ago?
Yeah, about 3.5, 4 years ago.
No, we're coming up on 4.5, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, my life has stagnated that hard.
But I mean, my whole life I've had very vivid, very intense nightmares. They've just been increasingly worse, I guess, since for the last 4.5 years or so. Um, I don't know where I was going with that, other than it's very possible I have PTSD, which would result in a lot of
Vivid
nightmares.
lucid nightmares.
Vivid nightmares.
Let's just say lucid
Well,
nightmares.
I wouldn't go lucid nightmares because once you achieve a lucid dream, it's very rare that it's going to continue to be a nightmare. Now, I've had it happen a couple of times, but it's more a transition into a scary dream, like an intense, like, mind the times that it's happened where it's gone from being a nightmare to me, it's very quick, it's very sudden, it just clicks, and I go, oh wait, I'm dreaming. I can do this. And the last instance I'm thinking of is actually, I don't even remember what it was. It was some sort of, I was getting attacked by monsters or something. Realized that I was dreaming. Click. Made a lucid dream. And I remember just throwing fireballs at everything. And that was pretty freaking awesome.
See, that's also one of the things I love.
Because it just went from me being like, well, I'm talking to, oh wait, I can just throw fireballs.
Boosh, boosh, boosh! Wizard battle! Ha ha!
Yeah. And so it went very quickly from being a nightmare, me being, just terrified, to, hey, well, yeah, there's monsters. Fuck fireball in their face.
Eat a dick. Here's a fireball.
Exactly.
See, Nameless said it may have something to do with me having to take medicine to sleep.
Very possible.
It is actually very, very possible.
I've been on numerous over-the-counter medications for sleep, and quite a few prescription medications for sleep. I can't think of an instance when I've been on any of the sleep-related medication where I've actually lucid dreamed, but they are very, very vivid, pretty much universally with the medications that I've been put on. Every single one of them, very vivid, very intense dreams. Normally nightmares, but that's just the run of the mill for me.
Let's see here.
While we're on the subject of medications, it's not really medications, but you can get a pill for it. A very important part of being able to lucid dream and just dream in general is melatonin.
Yeah.
And the body creates it naturally. Well,
some people create less.
Some people create less, some people create more. It affects a lot of things, including basically your sleep pattern. The thing I read earlier said a good example of it is when you've got to wake up at 8:15 and you've got your alarm set for 8:15 and your body wakes up at 8:10 because you're supposed to, you got to wake up. That's melatonin kicking in and, waking you up. It's also, if you have plenty of it, it'll help you get to sleep quicker, wake up easier, and dream more frequently.
See, that's one thing Dog Balls, he just put, I want to cover that, and it's one of the things that our body naturally does to...
Okay, we're going to jump to that in just a second.
Yeah, no, finish the thing. Finish the thing, yeah.
Yes, it'll help you get to sleep quicker and probably keep you asleep longer. You're going to have more vivid dreams. However, with some other tips, and maybe just from increased melatonin, you'll be able to lucid dream more easily.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to look into it again because it's been a long time since I've taken additional melatonin, just because for extended periods of time I was trying not to dream at all. Well, that obviously hasn't worked out for me. So I'm going to look back into that, since none of the sleep medication I've been taking anyway has been helping. So you can get melatonin.
You can go to the Dollar Tree and get melatonin now.
Can you?
Yeah.
I've always got it from like Walgreens.
Yeah.
It's just a jar over there by the vitamins. You just gotta look for it.
It's by like the whey protein stuff.
Get out of here.
Gotta get big and then go to sleep.
Exactly.
Marianne actually, and I actually know this one. In dreams, I'm pulling my teeth out with my fingers, and I can taste the blood and feel it run down my cheeks. I actually also have these dreams, and I don't know if you have bad teeth or not, But a lot of the time, when you dream about your teeth looking like shit, it's because you feel like your teeth look like shit.
It's a self-conscious.
Yeah, it's a self-conscious thing.
It's a subconscious self-conscious.
Yeah, you're worried about how you look to other people. Because I looked this up and I'm like, why do I dream all the time about like my teeth falling out or something like that sometimes? And I've got some. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna front to you. I've got some teeth that need to come out because they're wisdom teeth and they're pretty shitty. So I'm always self-conscious when I'm like even talking to people. I'm like, can they see my shitty teeth? Can they see my shitty teeth? Another time I was riding a pink and gold carousel horse around a field of dust and bone. That is awesome.
That actually sounds kind of kick-ass.
I
mean, I don't know what else the setting was other than that, but
let's get into a psychoanalysis of that real quick. Maybe it's you feel like your life is barren even though you should be in a far better place because you're riding on this golden and beautiful carousel horse, but you just feel like you're going nowhere because once again, I could
not JP.
What?
My thoughts exactly. But that is actually a pretty good analysis.
Dude, I could just I could be a psychologist. A psycholometry. Oh shit. Another thing that constitutes a lucid dream is usually in a lucid dream, time feels as if it flows the same there as it does here. However, some studies have suggested that time flows differently. This is a metal album cover right there, Marianne. Yes. It really is. I could see fucking Dio riding around.
I was gonna say, I really want to just send that idea to Steve. She'd be like, album number 3 is coming out soon, right? You guys are almost done recording? Boom.
Boom, bam.
There's covered, bitches.
Dude, that's actually like, I swear to God, if they were playing like a drinking game, and every time I say boom, bam, or boom, bam, you take a shot, no one would be coherent at least 13 seconds into the show. That's how I feel. Boom, bam. Dude, that's even how the last episode started. I said,
Bippity-bop.
I said, bam, boom, we're done with it. We're live.
Which reminds me, whatever happened to Boopity Boppity?
He is a fireman or something. We have an Italian friend, so we just call him Boopity Boppity.
He's
not so much a friend.
Italian.
He wasn't, but he was stupid.
He's a former co-worker.
He's stupid as hell, but, goddamn, bless him. Bless his soul.
I told you, I saw him at that show.
Yeah.
The Rise Against show. He was there.
We're going to get back to this real quick, and then we're going to...
I want to jump back on melatonin.
The punching and crying. The
punching and crying, and also with Hobo talking about needing medication.
Yeah.
And we'll jump back to the...
So, should we...
Oh, well, you've tried melatonin.
Yeah.
Never mind what I was going to say about that. I was going to say we'd do like a team test here. And
yeah, we could all do like, if you want to contribute, I've never tried melatonin.
Right.
I think I've never tried. Did I try melatonin? I think I tried it one time, and it was in a brownie. Because they used to sell them at. Shut up! Shut up!
Go on.
They used to sell melatonin.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
The shitty little gas station by my old house.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how awful Virginia is. They were selling melatonin powder in brownies, and you would eat it, and you would go to sleep. Yeah. I felt absolutely nothing change. Why does my phone keep doing this? It's so creepy. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the phone, okay?
I'm confused. Everyone's yelling at me today.
We don't have much left to talk about in regards to lucid dreaming.
We're starting to wind down, but we still got some stuff to actually talk about. We'll probably tell a couple stories of our lucid dreams before.
And I actually
stick with us a little while longer.
You see this front and back, a story from high school of me lucid dreaming.
That he hasn't told me. He teased it earlier. But,
I'm just a fucking cock tease around here.
I get that a lot.
I bet you do. Dream control and dream awareness are correlated, however, they need not require one another. In 1992, a study was plotted, and 4 requirements actually play off of one another. The dreamer is aware that they are dreaming. Objects disappear after awakening. And this is like you open the book, you read it, close it, and then you open it again, the text is different. Or you look over there, there's a trash bin, and then you look away, you look back, and then there's like a box. Physical laws need not apply, and that's obvious with shooting fireballs out of your hands at demons and werewolves and guppy men. And the dreamer has a clear memory of the waking world, so obviously you know that your daughter is really 21, and a porn star whore and not 13. I guess then you would be thinking about the simpler times when your life was good and you didn't raise a whore child.
Whoa.
What?
Wait, whoa, hold on.
This is why you got to pay attention when I'm talking. These things happen. This is not a modern discovery, even though brought to the light in the modern world. Lucid dreaming is not something I'm about to go on a tangent on. Even though Sanskrit mantras, or mantras, however you want to say it.
Mantras.
Okay, we'll say mantras today. Even though Sanskrit.
We call them mantras.
Memtras.
No, memes.
Sanskrit memetras placed mentally they place specific parts on the body that you could meditate upon, like your shoulders, wrists, ding dong. And once you meditate on that area, it helps the occurrence of lucid dreaming. We're going to go to these. These are just quick, fast, rapid fire. REM sleep might be related to how a person views their dreamscape, like how you're looking around in your world while you move your eyes during rapid eye movement, REM sleep. False awakening, a room awakener awakens in is similar to the one that they fell asleep in, but it's slightly different.
Shit pisses me off.
It's slightly off, and the person will go about their daily routine, waking up, getting cereal.
Oh, I don't make it that far.
Oh, some people do. Some people even get into the part where they're driving to work, and then they wake up and they're like, shit, I realize this is a dream.
I would quit my job.
But then they wake up again, and then they start going through the routine because guess what? They're not in a dream, but it turns out they're actually in a dream again, and it can go on 4 or 5 times.
Inside a dream? Is that a dream?
Yeah, Inception.
Dreamception?
Yes, your car is a spinning top, actually.
No.
What?
No. That
What?
was her totem. His is his wedding band. He totally makes it back at the end of the movie.
I've never seen Inception. So.
Really? Well,
I guess I should have. I should have done
for
it.
you. Hopefully, you guys have all seen
Well, God damn it!
because I just ruined the movie for this motherfucker. But yeah, his totem is not the top, and it's this big mystery. No, his totem is his wedding band, and he totally makes it back. He's fine. Happy end. Carry on.
Well, we're gonna have to stop the show now. Thanks a lot. My entire life has been thrown. My perception of reality has been thrown into question.
It's a phenomenal movie, though. You should definitely check it out.
I guess I should have watched it for the show, just like I did The Matrix for the other one.
Maybe. I was thinking about getting the Animatrix. I'm gonna get it for
I've never
$2.
seen it. I mean, that's good. I'll just torrent it like everybody else, every normal human being. And sleep paralysis actually has a lot to do with what that man said up there about beating his whatever, or crying and attacking his son or whatever it is. The body more or less kills itself when you go to sleep, because what happens is, what? Get up.
Oh, about that, and then Leonardo DiCaprio shows up. Oh, that picture.
The body more or less kills itself so you won't act out your dreams, and that's why some people experience sleep paralysis. Because if you're trying to fight something off in your dreams, you're going to start acting out violently and hitting the people around you that you're trying to sleep with. I sleep with 4, 5, 19, 20 people at a time, not just one person. Whatever, no.
Oh, that escalated.
You won't start attacking your loved ones in your sleep. And it's just a defense measure. However, it goes wrong sometimes, as you've been aware, where the guy will be standing, the shadow figure will be standing in the doorway.
We talked about this. Anybody who was here 3 weeks ago, the first time I was here, which was also the last time I was here, I told a story of my encounters with sleep paralysis.
And it was.
I guess I can retell the story because we have
just go ahead.
different people here. It would have been probably 6, 7 years ago, somewhere in there. I don't know. It's a rough estimate. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Basically, what it was I woke up one day, still laying in bed, and I was looking around the room. And I could see, it was obviously my room. It was too great of detail to be, just a dream. Everything was perfectly exact. I just couldn't move. And I woke up from a dream into that. Well, I could see from where I was laying, oh, pardon me, all this root beer. it looked like there was somebody standing just outside my door. Like, it was just a figure. I couldn't make out, who it was or any details. It just looked like a figure standing there. Well, it happened the very next night, or I believe it was the very next night, and same thing, same exact scenario, except that figure that was standing just outside the door was now standing in the doorway. I don't know if it was the next night after that or a couple nights later. It was 4 instances, I think, across maybe a week and a half, somewhere in there. And the next time it happened, exact same scenario, except the figure is no longer in the doorway. It's standing at the foot of the bed. The next time it happened, figure is now standing at the edge of my bed, starting to lean over it. And I woke up from that every time I woke up from it, I was in a panic. This time I freaked out. I yelled so loud that people came from the opposite end of the house. Why was airplane mode on?
I don't know why airplane mode was on.
Well, that was weird. People came from the opposite end of the house to check on what was going on because I yelled so loud. And I just got this overwhelming feeling. I really hope we're still.
No, we're still fine. Yeah, no. Because I hardwire it.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
That's true. I just got this overwhelming feeling each time of just dread and fear, but it was so much worse the last time as this figure was leaning over me. It was terrifying, and I just got the feeling that if it happened again, something terrible was actually going to happen rather than just terrible feeling. And I swore I would never get sleep paralysis again. So far, so good. And we touched on it 3 weeks ago. We were talking about shadow people.
See, I love Crimson. I don't know who you are, but goddamn it, I love you.
I never have. I mean, the making it a wet dream, not the banging someone in a lucid dream.
I mean, I banged many things, and when I say many things in lucid dreams...
A lot of times they're not even lucid dreams, they're just...
regular dreams where you're banging stuff.
A lot well, I almost get it on or start to get it on a lot.
And then you wake up sometimes, and I'm like, God damn it.
No, it's not even that. It's just constant interruptions. It's like that one...
Yes, what? Constant interruptions. Oh, the cat's in the room. No. The doorbell rang. Now the phone went off.
Constant interruptions. That one dream I told you about, the one where I end up in the subway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. But that's the story for another day. I don't really want to tell you guys that one because I have it in written form as one of the short stories I've written. So maybe we'll just give that one to you guys
someday.
But
someday.
I feel like we digress. We were supposed to be talking.
Oh
about
no! I mean,
else.
it's sleep paralysis. What we were talking about. Yeah, so we're
okay.
on. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of off tangent, but it was on tangent. It's fine. Whatever. Bing boom, bing bong. The door is closed. You've lost. Let's see here.
So sleep paralysis, just not a fan. And I've researched it some and found that pretty much universally people get sleep paralysis, and there will be shadow people in there.
Yeah.
Whether you acknowledge them or they acknowledge you leaves something to be, debated. But I look really fat in that video.
I look fat in every video because my face is fat now. Because I stopped losing weight because I'm fat.
Oh.
Thanks a lot.
Who knew?
Thanks a lot.
Apparently I'm on a roll lately, telling people they're fat.
Premature ejaculation during lucid dreaming! God damn it. That's the worst, isn't it? Well, you could control it. I guess you would want to... Damn, that would suck. I guess we've got about 7 more minutes and we'll hit the hour-and-a-half mark, and that'll be the end of the show. I would love, like... I know both of us are tired of shit, so... it's only scary the first couple times. Once it normalizes, it's like nothing. I wasn't scared because I knew what it was. Sleep paralysis. Yeah. Oh, I can talk about my sleep paralysis. What the fuck am I doing?
I wasn't scared so much of the sleep paralysis. Like, I guess the first time a little bit was. The other times I knew, okay, if sleep paralysis, I need to wake myself up. I was more concerned by, you know, this figure because it just felt like pure fear and just dread just emanating from whatever this thing was. It was just,
primal fear.
yeah,
just,
primal
oh my
fear.
God.
That's what it was. It was just me freaking out, knowing I needed to move because if I moved, I'd snap out of it and it would be gone and I'd be fine. But that's also, I've heard suggestions that could come back to the astral projection. Those things are on some sort of astral plane, or maybe not the astral plane, but some sort of plane in between us and the dream world. They're in between, and when our body doesn't wake up but our mind does, which is what sleep paralysis is, we, you know, run across these shadow figures, whatever they may be.
This is the funniest exchange you'll see in a long time.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it. I'll go ahead and talk while he starts laughing. That's so good. Someone said it's only scary the first couple of times. Once it normalizes, it's like nothing. Then someone responded, nameless, we'll say, said the first thing. Nameless Hobo, my biggest fan, says the dream tentacle monster, and they said, also, that's what she said, lol. But he said Lily. You tried your best, Nameless, and I love you. I love you all to death. I'll tell you about my sleep paralysis. We got 5 minutes, so I'll just try and squeeze it right in there. That's what she said to me, because she's got a strap on. Yeah. They live in the etheric plane. Forgive me, I couldn't resist. I mean, that's what she said. See, it works with everything. I couldn't resist.
Much, yeah.
I couldn't resist. They live in the, you know, banging stuff, lawmen. All right, the sleep paralysis I have suffered from in my life, I'll wake up, and first I'll give you the terrible nightmare that I have. Every time, it's just a face, an ambiguous face. I can't even tell you what face it looks like, and there's just screaming. It's just a face coming to me ever so closely, and with very, like...
Nope.
What, exactly, you understand. With very amorphic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Just a face slowly coming towards me, and then there's just screaming. It's the most cacophonous screams you'll ever hear. It's like 9 million people screaming at once. And I have to wake up, and I can't go back to sleep, and I'm usually kind of in tears sometimes from it. But when I have sleep paralysis, I'll wake up, and I'll see giant fucking spiders hovering above me, like they're about to come down and eat my face and suck out my bones, just like those skinwalkers. But I'm like, not today, giant spider. You're not going to get me. Oh, no, buddy. I'm the master of this reality, and boom, I'll try and get rid of them through my sleep paralysis. The other ones that get me are shadow figures, which I've only had once, and I swore to God I would never sleep again after that night. But, you know, you see how that worked out. Not well. And,
I think I also mentioned my other encounter with a shadow figure 3 weeks ago.
Which one? The
one where I went to get up to go to bed and walk down the hallway. And at the end of the hallway, there's 3 doorways. There's one straight ahead, one on either side, because that's how my mom's house is set up. And I was standing still in the living room, about to go down the hallway, and I could have sworn there was somebody standing there, but it was just a shadow figure. And all the doors were closed. It's not like it was a family member who'd come out of the room, that sort of thing. It was definitely something else.
He said it's the Men in Black trying to intimidate you.
It's very possible.
Yes.
But this was before I was really into any sort of conspiracies or aliens.
Paranormal.
Paranormal.
And then my most terrifying sleep paralysis moments, and you guys are going to laugh at me, and I hope you laugh at me, because this is the stupidest one. I'm getting really close to the mic.
Pretty serious.
I'll wake up, sleep paralysis in full mode, can't move, and there are balloons about to fly into my ceiling fan. And I know my ceiling fan's not on, so I have to tell myself it's not real. But they're about to hit the ceiling fan, pop and explode, and wake everybody in the house up. And that shit scares the hell out of me. For some reason, I just can't handle it. I just cannot handle it. I don't know. However, we're now reaching the minute where we'll... it's that time where we shut the show down, because it's about to be, was it like 1:30 or something like that?
Yeah.
Both got to go to work. It's their harp, weather, mind control.
I actually don't work until 5:30 tomorrow.
Oh,
but,
I got to go in at really early, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with shutting the show down now, because I'm about ready to head home.
Yeah. So let me see if I can Everyone out there, please, I implore you, because we will no longer be doing Sloth on Saturday nights on the Sloth and Money YouTube. We will be doing Sloth on Saturday nights on youtube.com/Sloth on Saturday night. That is youtube.com/Sloth on Saturday night. And it's with heavy hearts, which it sucks.
Mine's not at all. It's very light.
Oh, well, I have a very hard...
It's almost like my heart just drank a Red Bull.
Well, my heart's dark, black, and murky. With all the evil.
That was me trying to get some corporate sponsorship for the show.
Oh, well, I was going to give a shout out to all the businesses. If you're ever in Virginia, Hampton specifically, Hampton, Gloucester, and Yorktown, go ahead and check out a local store called Jersey's Cards and Comics. They'll have everything you're looking for, from cards to comics. Who would have guessed? They also have sports memorabilia and action figures sometimes. They also sell Hero Clicks, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! You name it, chances are they have got it, because they have a large, wide selection of anything nerd-related. And I love going there because I go there every Friday night to play Magic the Gathering. That's right, I am also a nerd. So, if you're ever in Virginia and in the Hampton, Yorktown, or Gloucester area, visit Jersey's Cards and Comics. But
I'm gonna plug Midtown Eats in Newport News.
Hell yeah!
Their food is delicious.
Midtown Eats.
Yeah.
I'm never plugging Bonefish because we can't even get the fuck in there. Oh, it'll be an hour and a half wait. I don't fucking think so.
No.
But no. Please, once again, go to what is it? youtube.com/Sloth on Saturday night. One word. youtube.com/
this is
Sloth
actually funny.
on Saturday night.
Talking about Will Smith coming to get me. When we're done with the plug, I want to jump back to Will Smith.
I'm done with the plug.
Oh, you're done with the plug?
Let me do it one more time. youtube.com/Sloth on Saturday night.
All right, so I got 2 more things to talk about, and then I'm done, and I'm going to go home and pass the fuck out. And hopefully not before I make it home. One, I watched a movie the other night. I'm drawing a blank as to what the name of it is. It's pretty recent. It's in red boxes right now. It starred Russell Crowe.
Michael J. Fox.
No, it was Russell Crowe was the villain, and Colin Farrell was the hero. It was just stick with me here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. A guy from work. Nerd, I never would have guessed.
You know what, Nameless? You're not banned from the show forever. Notice I said not banned because I need you.
But in the movie, Russell Crowe is a demon. It's not really a spoiler alert because that's pretty much the whole movie. But spoiler alert, he talks to the devil at one point, and the devil is played by Will Smith. And I'm watching this movie with my girlfriend, and she's just flabbergasted by the fact that the devil is Will Smith. I was like, no, stick with me here, because that, to me, made sense. Because he's so awful and horrible and weird, like Cthulhu, that our feeble human minds can't process what he actually looks like. So
the devil?
No, so we just slapped something, pleasant over top. And so it was just our brains going, that shit's Will Smith.
Oh, hey, Will
Smith, everything's okay. It was just my weird little theory.
I mean, it's actually a pretty good theory.
I might have been on drugs.
I mean, we're all on drugs. Haven't you heard that Weezer song? Because Weezer's so good. I love Weezer. God,
the fucking Rich Hansen over here.
I like Weezer.
Hey, Rich, Weezer sucks.
Isn't
that true?
I like the blue. I like the blue album.
I just wanted to troll Rich.
The blue album's like my 5th favorite album of all time.
But the other thing I wanted to talk about is if you guys want to do a little project.
Experiment.
Everybody who is in here with us. Tomorrow I'm going to go and get some melatonin. So let's all take melatonin for the next week. We'll meet back here next Saturday at midnight. And maybe to start the show or to close out the show, we'll talk about our weird and wacky melatonin-induced dreams. Which reminds me, I was supposed to give you guys lucid dream tips. I promised somebody that I would give them.
I believe it was.
We're gonna jump back.
It's Crimson, so he's still here.
Crimson? Oh, good.
I'm gonna say, hold on, Crimson. Let's go ahead and look up your thing.
I don't know what's happening here with the.
Sometimes you get because they're like 40 seconds behind.
Yeah,
That's
but I didn't forget. I'm back. I did forget, but I remembered. Uh, these are from. Sorry, I'm trying to find socialconsciousness.com. .com.
Also,
And
Marianne, if you're still here, you said you're a graphic designer. I need, which is, I realized this week. I would like to get a new logo for my for show, my no go.
I don't know what's happening. I'm scared.
I need a new logo for my show, and I'm thinking, and you guys can give me some feedback. I want a sloth with a tinfoil hat. But I want it like Ren and Stimpy style. But if you can't do that, that's fine. I don't have any money to put into this yet until I start monetizing the show. So I might go with some people in my local area to maybe draw it up for me. Maybe my fiance, maybe a guy that I work with. But I don't know if you could actually draw things or not. And if you can, that'd be great. And
if you can, and you make us a logo, or make him a logo rather, then we'll plug you on the show.
We will plug you every single week. I promise you. I promise you that every single week. Same goes for anybody if you compose music or anything. I like my theme song and I love my theme song, but it is what it is. If you could give me one of those, that'd be great. Yeah.
So we'll
shameless self-plug.
Absolutely take viewer contributions.
Exactly.
So I've got 7 useful tips, courtesy of socialconsciousness.com, for help lucid dreaming. Number 1 was have a consistent sleep schedule. I don't know about you, but for me, that shit's not crap. So we can pretty much skip that one.
Gone out the window.
Number 2 is sleep in complete darkness, which does help a lot. I have blackout curtains. It's just the walls in my apartment are really shitty, so it's not staying up completely. And also the window's slightly wider than the blackout curtain I have. But I got them for like $10 for blackout curtains. Definitely a good investment. One, just in general, easier to sleep that way. And it'll help with the potential for lucid dreaming. So maybe look into that. Number 3, this one I have a huge issue with because I can't do it. Limit your time with electronics.
Yeah.
Says don't spend more than 5 hours on your computer each day. The electromagnetic fields from cell phones, televisions, and computers can burn up your melatonin levels. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But
well, maybe if you wear a tinfoil hat, it won't burn them out of you.
Maybe. It says limit your time on your phone and don't sleep with your computer or TV too close to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can cut down on it.
Well, see what I understand is that when you use the computer or TV near your bed or whatever.
I'm not trying to be weird here. I have my nipples pierced and they itch sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I've been scratching my beard and wiping my face because you know what it's like to have a beard like this. I don't know if you do, but maybe they do. It's awful having a beard like this sometimes. Like right now, I went to work and I worked for like 10 hours. Then I have no time in between to take a nap, to take a shower. Always before I do the show, I have enough time to take a nap for a little bit, and then I wake up and I'm like, okay, let me take a shower. Oh wait, it's time to do the show. So that's what we're being weird. Let's get back to the tips.
Number 4 is recall earlier events from the day. Just try to think back while you're laying in bed waiting to fall asleep. Just try to remember little details. The ones it mentions is what color was that car that was parked on the side of the road? Who was the cashier at the grocery store? What color were their eyes?
How much were those cinnamon buns that I didn't buy, but I should have?
Should have bought the cinnamon buns.
Should have bought those cinnamon buns. God damn it.
It's talking about in this article also, it's socialconsciousness.com /2012/09/lucid dreaming 7 tricks you didn't know.html.
They're not going to get that.
Yeah, you're not going to get the whole thing, but maybe we'll plug it on the Facebook or something. I'll post a link. Talking about lucid living, remembering little details throughout your waking life will help you focus on the details in your dreams, potentially helping you to register that it's a dream and thus make it lucid. Number 5 is massage your scalp before you go to bed.
Okay.
Because it releases endorphins and serotonin. The endorphins give you a relaxing sensation that'll help you fall asleep faster, and serotonin is used to create melatonin, So the more serotonin you produce, the more melatonin you produce. I'm going to pause real quick. Do you remember serotonin from TNA?
Yes.
I liked those guys.
Did
They were
you?
all right. Well, Raven.
Relic is killer spelled backwards. Relic is killer spelled backwards.
Oh boy. But more melatonin means more vivid dreams, which means you have a higher chance of becoming lucid. Number 6 is learn to recognize dream signs before they appear in your dreams. I'm not really sure how that one works. It's basically think about the things that seem to be recurring things in your dreams. Focus on them before you go to sleep, and when you encounter them in your dreams, well, you were just thinking about that, boom, click, you might get that slip into lucid dreaming. And number 7 is eat lucid foods. Yes, they do exist.
What?
That's literally the bold headline.
No.
Foods that contain melatonin: white mustard, black mustard, almonds, sunflower seeds, cherries, flax seeds, oats, rice, red radishes, poppy seeds, tomatoes, and bananas. And it also says other lucid-friendly foods include milk, yogurt, eggs, fish, especially cod and tuna, broccoli, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, and lentils. Part of maybe why I have so many vivid dreams and a lot of lucid dreams. Eat a lot of rice. I eat a lot of cherries, tomatoes, bananas. I drink an absurd amount of milk. Eat an absurd amount of eggs, a lot of tuna, and broccoli.
That actually makes sense because I also
a
eat
lot of those last
yeah.
foods, the lucid-friendly foods, they not only contain vitamin B5, a coenzyme acid that is essential for the synthesis of melatonin, but they also contain tryptophan, which is converted into serotonin, which is later converted into melatonin.
Jesus.
No, these methods aren't going to guarantee. Sorry, I've zoned out.
They're not going to
guarantee
guarantee
a lucid dream. But you mix all that together, you got a lot of potential there.
You got a powder keg of lucid dreaming. You just need to spark it. You just need the spark.
Spark it. Another suggestion I've heard is basically just on your own. It's got to be on your own. You can't have, like outside feedback because it'll alter it potentially. Draw up some kind of little, like symbol or sign or something that is unique to you and put it in your room. Like, put it above your bed. Well, then, when you're sleeping, obviously, if that symbol is only in your room, that's the only place it exists, it's some little, just some little design that you drew up, just a bunch of lines smushed together, however it may be. Well, it's all you, and it's all yours, and it's only there in your room. Well, from what I've heard, I haven't actually tested the theory, but from what I've heard, if you have this symbol that it only exists in your room, but your brain will register that it's there and start putting it it'll show up in places in your dreams. Well, that'll be an easy way for your brain to click and go, wait a second, that can't be,
that can't be here.
That guy's got that tattooed on him, or that's on a wall there, or, that monster has it in its face. Well, it can't be there because it only exists in your room, and it'll click, so your brain goes, wait a second, it can't be there, I must be sleeping, so I must be dreaming. Boom, lucid dream.
Bam, boom, lucid dream.
Bam, boom.
Bam, boom.
Bada bang.
Bada bing, bada rape!
Well, that escalated quickly. It's about time for me to head home.
Well, God, this was actually a really fucking great episode. I didn't expect it to go this long.
This was pretty productive.
And the worst part is
we still got 7 viewers. Thanks everybody for sticking with us.
This is awesome.
This long.
This is awesome.
You guys.
I got to do the plug again because I don't want anybody to miss updates from the show, because you're all subscribed to the Sloth and Money YouTube. So I got to do it again. I'm sorry.
No, I was just molesting my belly button.
Oh, I mean, I understand. I love molesting my belly button. YouTube.com/sloth on Saturday night. No S. That's not part of the URL. Not the no S part. That's not part of the URL. Sloth. Fuck, I can't do it. YouTube.com/sloth on Saturday night. And please subscribe, because that's the only way I can stay in contact with a bunch of you is through this. You guys can start emailing me at slothandmoney@gmail.com. That is slothandmoney@gmail.com. Like I said, this is a very big transitional part of my life. We will be renting a new house soon. The show itself is picking up. We hit double-digit viewers for the first time tonight, and I had a great time. Hopefully, you guys had a great time too. I love you guys.
I did too, even though I
You were
I'm not.
you were
I'm on my
catatonic.
phone a lot.
You were catatonic for like the first hour, but dude, we're legit for like the last
I was
20
more
minutes.
just absorbing it.
The last 20 minutes, you were on fire. Thank
You do
you.
that sometimes.
Thank you.
I have my moments.
But what I'm going to do is the same thing that I do every week. I'm going to shut off the video feed and the audio feed. We're going to leave the yay, we earned a new subscriber.
Yeah.
We're going to leave the chat open for about 30 minutes.
Actually,
I know.
it means a lot.
It actually does. All right, you weren't here. Crimson wasn't here.
Oh, Crimson wasn't.
You weren't. Well, you were. I don't know. Crimson wasn't here. 2 weeks ago, I had a fucking meltdown of the most 3 Mile Island proportions.
I was supposed to be here. I even posted on the Facebook and said I was going to be here, and then I did not show up.
Well, that's not why I had the meltdown. The reason I had the meltdown was I was marketing the show all week. I was busting my dick into the dirt. I was handing out business cards.
Just get more viewers.
I don't understand.
More people just showed up. We're winding down. We're literally.
We got 8 fucking likes. You know what that's like?
Well, one of them's me, but still.
It doesn't matter. I've been marketing.
We're winding down. We're about to shut it off, but stick with us.
I've been marketing the show all week. I've been handing out business cards. No. I've been leaving business cards in thrift stores. I've been handing them out at work. I've been handing them out in public. I've been talking to people in public. I've been networking with people. I've been posting on Facebook. I've been posting on Reddit. I've been posting on subreddits. I've been busting my ass to market the show. And what happened was 4 people showed up. I was expecting double digits because I did a topic I wanted to do, doppelgangers, and it turns out I didn't prepare enough, and the show was shit. So thankfully, not a lot of people showed up because the show was so bad.
Well, it's a little disappointing because the doppelgangers, I was actually going to bring the bilocation information.
Yeah. And
the bilocation stories. It wasn't too much, but I was going to bring those, and that was going to be my participation 2 weeks ago. But
it went up in
that
smoke.
didn't work out. But it did work out because it gave him, it revitalized him to come back and
I'm now back. I am slower than ever.
Better.
I am slower and more sleepy than ever because I'm a sloth. I'm not strong or anything like that. I was there. I tried to scare him. LMAO. Yeah, they tried to scare me. I don't know if I told you about that. I'll tell you once we shut the show down.
All right.
But no. It's a new and exciting part of my life. The show is actually picking up. We're gaining popularity, getting subscribers. Things are looking up for a change. I don't have to shut the show down for the wintertime now because I got somewhere to do the show that's warm. I know, thumbs up all around.
Exciting stuff.
And hey, if you guys want me to do other topics, I'm always taking. I can always redo it. That's an idea, but that's a wound that has salt on it, and I don't want to rub it in any deeper right now.
I think we should, but maybe we'll do it in a few weeks from now, or maybe a couple of months from now, when we can thoroughly research it and get a lot of really good doppelganger information.
I might just do it.
Like I said, my contribution was just going to be the bilocation stuff that I then gave you guys tonight. So at this point, I have almost 0 to contribute to the doppelganger.
Holy shit. Dude, give him a round of applause. Thomas Spence. I went to high school with this guy.
Oh, hey.
And it's awesome that he actually showed up because he is exceptionally Irish. I mean, maybe not him. He talks like a normal person. He's a cop now, but he had extremely red hair, and he doesn't know how red my beard is now. I don't think. I mean, I guess he's seen me in
you're
Facebook
in black
pictures.
And white right now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't broadcast in color. I can't do it. He's seen my Facebook. Yeah, go Sloth. But no, thanks for guys, everybody, all of you for sticking around. You make the show worth it. And as much as you guys are coming to be entertained, you actually entertain me because you're the reason I do the show. If it weren't for you, there'd be no reason to do the show. But at the same time, I can't always look at how many people are watching. I got to look at the quality of the people that are watching. And since everybody's actually giving feedback tonight, and
especially tonight, you guys have been phenomenal. Just everybody's participating. Everybody's just in it.
On the ball.
Everybody's talking and giving us suggestions and moving it along, progressing it, giving us new divergent topics to discuss, and
Exactly.
it's great. And as Sloth was trying to say before, I kind of jumped all over.
It's fine.
We're always open to suggestions from you guys. Either comment here, or just tell us right now, or Facebook page. I think there's a website for it too. I'm just not really sure.
See, he got it. Okay.
Okay. But shoot us suggestions for shows, and we will do our best to research them. And by do our best, I mean that he'll do his best to research them, and probably an hour before I leave to come down here,
He'll find some things.
I'll skim the second topic off of Google.
Because if you pick the first one, it's too obvious, right?
Exactly. You got to go for the second one.
But no.
But seriously, shoot us topics, shoot us suggestions.
Even if you want to
We're
talk,
absolutely
dude.
open to them.
If you guys want to email me and tell me what you didn't like about the show, or if you want to tell me that the
Do
show
that, too.
sucks, I don't care. The Mills are the shit. That's why we got your back, bro. Yeah, their last name's the Mills, so. Yeah. I mean, it's thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. You're all awesome. But what was I saying? Oh, and thank you, Marianne, for posting that. So we all have a link. I gotta plug it once again. Sorry, guys. YouTube.com/sloth on Saturday nights. That's no S. I almost fucked it up. That's YouTube.com/sloth on Saturday night. And but yeah, once again.
And occasionally Deacon.
And occasionally and we're gonna put an asterisk, acronym, actionist, actionist. Yeah, an actionist.
I don't know what's happening. I'm concerned.
And the light always, it just wants to go out. But yes, Sloth on Saturday night. That's youtube.com/sloth on Saturday night. I know you're tired of hearing it. I'm sorry, but I gotta ingrain it in your brain just in case.
It's Sloth on Monday night.
All right, Monday
Isn't
night.
it?
Do bum 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 bum. Tonight the Bills are going to get raped by the Seahawks. I'm just waiting for it. One day.
Oh boy.
I should do a show on Deja Vu, which actually we should have covered tonight, because I have multiple instances where I have Deja Vu in a dream.
No. Okay.
That's why.
I don't know if I can do it next week. We will definitely do a show on Deja Vu.
All right.
Because we both had instances of it during dreams. It's bordering for Deja Vu. I have numerous recurring dreams.
Berenstein Bears talk. Hell yeah. Also, Nameless, we will definitely be doing Ghost because,
We do guys.
you know why? Because we got Halloween coming up on us. It's less than 100 days away, so get your costumes ready. You can go to Costume City or at one of my very favorite places to shop and get. I even got this nice little fine mask. It is a sheep mask because I was one of the Wyatts. What is it? Costume? I don't even know what it's over there on Warwick Jefferson. Costume something. I don't know what it's called. We tried. I don't remember the name of it.
Felix Haas, he was actually talking about zombies last week.
That's Mike.
Is it Mike?
That's Mike.
God help me, I hope it's money, because otherwise this is a problem. Money's here.
Yes. We hit the tip. Everybody welcome our man,
Back up
the
here.
man.
Get over here. Stop money. Pretty good. So the show is not quite over then.
It's not quite over.
Money is here.
I guess we're going to have to extend this a little bit. Come here, my friend, and we actually got the light to put on you finally.
Who's drunk? What? I'm not drunk.
Where's the chair? Oh, you guys
You smell like alcohol. Yes.
But Felix, he actually was talking about zombies last week. If you want to go back, and the video is somewhere on the Sloth and Money channel. We will probably cover it more because I would love to help cover it one of the weeks that I'm actually out here. So we will look into that at some point. Back to the Deja Vu before I got interrupted a million times over. I definitely want to do it because we both had instances of Deja Vu in dreams. Me especially, I've had sort of recurring dreams, but awareness that they're recurring. And one was actually the story that I mentioned earlier in the evening that I turned it into a short story, was it was sort of a reoccurring dream, except I knew how it ended, and I changed the ending of the dream the next time that it happened. So that was pretty cool for me. But I've had quite a few instances lately of deja vu, so we should probably cover that one.
I saw 9/11 in a dream and then I saw it happening. I shouldn't have.
Johnny Bravo also.
You saw that picture
Yes,
of the towers
yes.
in the background?
Did you see the one from The Simpsons?
Yeah, The Simpsons did a ton of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was also
surprisingly okay, actually.
the September 11th was also in The Matrix. I don't know if you hopefully it's gonna get my fat
also,
ass. It's not.
The Bernstein Bears talk. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, so I'm sitting on the floor now.
You want to take the chair
Hold
back?
on.
No, it's fine.
No, I can
it's
tell
fine.
you what the sound level's like.
All right, hold
Keep
on.
talking.
We're gonna check the sound
Keep
level
talking.
real quick. The Bernstein Bears talk.
You're fine.
We should jump on that at some point because it's a pretty cool kind of alternate universe,
alternate
timeline. I would love to talk about alternate timeline, so we'll cover that at some point. And there was another suggestion I saw. Ghosts, obviously, that'll be a very long show, I'm sure. And I believe it was Hobo just said something.
Hobo.
Nameless Hobo said something about us doing a show on a bunch of completely unrelated topics that we just have a little bit of info on. And that's a pretty good suggestion as well. Just cover some of the small stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Fee's here too. She's not actually here.
What?
All right, so things are getting serious, so I think we're winding it down.
I tried to jump out of a moving vehicle, but I only tried to jump out of a moving vehicle because I wanted to show my dedication to my friend.
Because you're an asshole.
That does
she's
seem
like
more
she's
likely.
partially smiling, but I know how mad she is.
I don't really know if you can classify 20 miles per hour as a moving vehicle.
That's significantly moving.
I will go with you.
You just told me you're gonna break up with me, so.
That's neither here nor there.
You.
unless you have something to mention about Astral. Was it Astral
projection?
Astral projections
or
or
lucid
lucid
dreaming?
dreaming?
My finger up your ass.
You need to hit the brakes. Because this isn't for you. What I did jump out of a moving vehicle because I wanted to share that in high school, I used to try and focus and learn and prepare my mind mentally to have lucid dreams so I could fornicate with various females that were in the back of my brain, but it never really worked out. There was one time I was able to produce a lucid dream where I did have butt sex, and that was the one and only time that I had such a lucid dream. And I jumped out of a moving vehicle for you, the listeners, on Saturday nights with Sloth and Roman, unless you're going by Deacon tonight. He went by Deacon.
It's Deacon the whole time.
There's no Roman.
You're the only one
Roman's
who's stuck
dead.
with
So
Roman.
I risk my life to come tell you guys that.
We're
And
losing viewers here.
you can all leave and go to his new YouTube, which I'm sure he's plugged.
Yes, I've actually said it
About
several times.
71
It's
times
youtube.com/sloth on Saturday nights. That's youtube.com/sloth on Saturday nights.
And I
Party
was,
Station. You can get many things like this at Party Station for low prices. That's what it is.
I'm not drunk.
I know he's
I'm
drunk.
10%
He's
drunk.
definitely drunk.
And if you left the newsfeed, it didn't come back. If you left the view, it didn't come back. Then whatever.
So we're gonna go ahead and shut the show down now. We're
All right.
gonna shut the live feed down,
Good
but
luck.
we're gonna keep open
Oh,
the
Lord.
chat for probably about 15 to 20
I have
more
one more
minutes.
thing left to say.
He has one more thing to
He
say.
doesn't.
Ooh, delicious. Great.
Well, that was
You just woke up
that
the whole neighborhood. Well, I'm glad they
That
showed
was-
up and saved the show.
was numerous kinds of startling.
So we got 7 viewers. Like I said, we're gonna shut down the audio and the video feed for now.
Comments, shoot us suggestions for more shows.
Exactly.
We'll make a list and try to
Check it twice.
make it happen.
But yes, thank you for tuning in on another episode of
Do we
Sloth
have
on
time for
Saturday
one
night.
last plug?
Nah,
I don't know if I can.
we only got like a minute and a half. Oh yeah,
No,
Hold on. There
that's
we
too
go.
much.
there you go.
Good enough. That was all I needed. That was the plug.
It's all about chiving. It's all about chiving. Why do I got so many wrinkles? I'm not even old. That's youtube.com/sloth on Saturday nights.
And
Thank you
that
for
was
tuning in.
71. Somebody should go back through and count.
It was only like 2022, I think. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Have a very nice evening. I know it's Saturday night. Drive home safe, because I know some of you are drunk, obviously, to actually want to participate with this. And all around, once again, thank you very much. Have a very awesome Sunday.
Good night, everybody.
Deuces.